Hey guys, we're back. Night session is here. So let's just see on my phone if everything's good with the live.
I'm trying to see it. There you go. I see. I could hear you.
Okay.
I'll play.
Can you hear me? On the
Oh
live?
yeah. You could hear me scream in the background.
Okay, awesome. I don't see your camera.
Yeah, I don't see my camera as well. I didn't even realize. Um,
Oh, probably I know why. I believe now it's visible. But let's just see. Yeah, it's here. Okay,
yep.
let's just see. Okay. Okay guys, so a quick overview from today's first part. So we've started to build the action drop down with the edit and delete transaction, and we had a lot of troubles with this drop down and then a dialog. So we finished our first part with this struggling. So I just made a quick research after that, so we don't waste your time with that part anymore. So I'm gonna explain you how I typically search for solutions when I have a problem. So basically, if it's something from components, I just type in Google, and if there is a Reddit post or Stack Overflow or GitHub issue, probably the GitHub issues are the most relevant, and 99% of the cases there is an answer there, because if the library is big, there's a big community that uses it, and most of the people just give solutions. So I just found an issue from someone which has the similar problem as us. So the problem was that you can't use a dialog inside the drop-down menu, or if you use it, there is a problem with clicking again on the action. So, so I found an answer from a guy who said that he tried a dozen different things, but the only way to make it work was to render the dialog outside of the drop-down and handle control manually. So I just gave this a try for 1 minute, and everything works smoothly. So that's why I've given him a heart, and there are a lot of other people who tells that this solution work. So we are gonna change right now our current implementation with you. So just to see how this should work if you have a similar situation. So the problem is that if you have a drop down and you have a dialog inside it, it just works like this. So if I go and click on edit, everything's work here. But if I close it, I can't click it anymore. Or I can click in the input. So that's because this style is this dialog is still rendered, and if I remove it from the DOM, you're gonna see that the input now is uh, editable. So you have to probably the problem is that you have two diodes opened. So that means we can control it manually. So what we can do is we can have two states. So the first one can be is drop down open, and use state false. And the second state will be edited transaction, let's say. So first, in the drop-down menu, we can pass an open, and is drop-down open and the open on change function. Okay, stream is okay. And then on the drop-down menu item on select function, we have to prevent the native open and close. So if you prevent all of the events, that's not gonna open and it's gonna close when you click on this edit button. And then we can do it manually. So this will close the first drop-down, in which will show the edited transaction. So here we can leave only we can extract this dialog in the bottom outside of the drop-down menu, just like a normal dialog without just a trigger, because we don't need a trigger, and then just render the content inside of that. So this will be controlled from, so open will be controlled if there is an edit transaction, and then we can close it only if the open state is, if the open state is true, we don't want to do anything, but if it's false, we want to close our model. And this can be rendered again if there is only edited transaction. So we can remove here the dialog and the dialog trigger, the model, and just leave the pencil and the edit transaction button. So that's the way how it worked today when I tried. So we're gonna give a try to this one. So if we refresh this, if you click on the edit, we're gonna see that this is editable. So let's say I will refresh the amount and you save the changes. That will update the grid outside. It will show the toast, and I'm gonna be able to click it again with the new amount. So now we have to do the closing of this dialog. So basically we can pass a function that will close the dialog, because it is just using our own state. So we can pass onClose function. Basically onClose will be just a function, and then we can just call it after everything is done. And if there is a past function, because it can be used with the dialog native triggering. So that should, so we have to pass it from, we don't need a transaction. The create transaction is with a trigger, so we don't need to pass the onClose. So this is just an optional. So right now, what we have is the toolbar, is the raw actions. So if we're gonna try it out, so what we can try is actually to create a transaction, or we can move the title. We don't need it anymore. Okay, and the field as well. So we can create a transaction which will be $7 expense. That has to, we have to close the model as well here, so we can pass let's just see the SaaS-building design system. Okay, so the components inside dialog. Where's dialog? So we can choose a custom close button. So here you can see that the type button can be okay. So let's just gonna do something else. So here we can have custom state again. So let's say is open, is create model open function. So Val, did you understand how what was the problem?
Yeah, I mean, can you hear me? Oh, you can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can. So this is on open change and open state, and here on close we can just pass close, and then we can just make our own close function with always here, and we can just remove this if. Okay. So now let's just give one more try. So we can create a $12 expense. Okay. We're gonna see that, and then we can go and edit it. Okay. And if you go and edit it again, we're gonna see that it's refetched, the transaction updated successfully. So the problem that we have right now with this double open and close, it's probably because this row is rendered and it's reopened the model again. So let's just open the toolbar and render this component if it's only in create mode. I just see how it will work now. Oops. The content. Yep. So 33 is here, and then if you edit it, it's gonna be 27 with the
Hey.
update date. Okay, cool. So Val, if you want, we can make the delete as well.
Yeah, I mean,
So let's just make the same. So this will be delete transaction. And then we can have a dialog which will be, do you want to delete it? Like something like confirmation dialog SaaS-building. A Word dialog, there is a dialog for that. Okay, are you absolutely sure? Okay, let's just see how
yeah.
we can use that. Okay, so I'm gonna start it, and you copy this over dialog. So let's just make one more state because it's again in drop down. So is confirmation dialog open, and just put a false by default. So if it's open, let's just, so we don't need a trigger, we just need a content header. Are you absolutely sure? Description, delete your transaction and remove your data from our servers. And then cancel and action. So once they click on continue, we can make a function here, or we can make a, and remove this one because we don't need it. So we can remove a delete the content. So we can just make the content outside of this, so we can reuse it. Delete transaction dialog content. Okay, so we can reuse it for our delete all. So okay, cancel action. So here on the action, you can make it like a client component, and here inside edit, let's just get this is loading. The project, no, we don't need a project, so only is loading, and we can copy and paste the function, which will be on confirm. So on confirm, so on confirm, we would like to show the loader, and then to make a call to the server, which is gonna be a delete transaction. So let's just say that's gonna be delete operation. So delete, and then with a where clause by ID, and then we just want to revalidate the path. So here we would like to delete the transaction. So that's gonna be from type transaction. So home, no, it's gonna be dashboard, project, transactions, and then actions. No, that's gonna be the types. Okay. Okay. So let's just see. So this is gonna be the loader. Can you make, so instead of continue, we can show if it's loading. So if it's loading, we can show button loading. If not, we can show this our dialog action. And we can import the toast as well. So here's gonna be the passing the transaction. So transaction deleted successfully, and then on close. So that's gonna be just a function. So on confirm is gonna be where we can pass the confirm action. Let's just see. Continue on click on continue or on submit. I have no idea. Our dialog content on submit. There's a docs. Okay, so now on open, let's see how we can give a function to that.
Wouldn't it be the third last one there?
The
It
what?
was something. It said something about props.
Um, where did you
Scroll up a bit. A bit more. Wait. Uh, action.
action? Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
click on action, cancel.
Should be distinguished
Yeah,
from
this
here.
one close after asking kernel's form submission. Why everything has to be so?
Mm.
Is the wife wagging or no?
It looks fine to me.
Okay, because my fan
Yeah.
is turned on.
Do you know what I realized? The mouse on your screen,
Mm.
when it moves above where my camera would be on your screen, if you were to switch to that window, it's
Mm.
showing. You just see like your mouse going all over my camera.
Oh,
Anyways, enough of the fun. Let's lock in.
yes. So wait just a second. How we can do that? So we can add a form with a button submit. So let's just give a try on this one. Click. Um,
If not, we could maybe ask our friend what our best.
yeah, because this is just a component thingy. How to add function to execute on our dialog continue action on Shatsian. Let's just see. Yeah, it's the
What it
same.
is.
We do it like this. Okay,
Mm.
awesome. So that's gonna delete the transaction. We'll close the model and it's gonna close it and we'll remove the loader. Okay, this should work. So let's just give a try to this one. Okay, so now on the toolbar, no, on the raw actions, we would like to show that our dialog. So delete transaction dialog content. And we can pass on quotes, which is gonna set this confirmation dialog open to false. And this is gonna be always open if this confirmation dialog is open, and then on open change, we're just gonna pass function. And I believe the transaction as well, because it has to know. Okay, then we can do something like this. Deleted transaction, we have to pass which is the deleted transaction. So let's just do the same, but just set the deleted transaction. So
Do you know what we could actually do? Because we're gonna have the exact same functionality for invoices. Well, not edit, but delete. Can we make it a what's the word? A reusable component.
yeah, that's why I put it here. Oh, you mean this one?
Okay. Yeah.
But this is
But it
the,
doesn't matter. We can
yeah,
just copy paste it.
because it's just a component, isn't the same. So let's just see if it's open, and then set deleted transaction to no. And then you can pass the deleted transaction, and then on close, we just want to close it. Okay. So now if I just check the wife,
Yeah, I'm on it now.
is it good?
Fine. Why? Is it is your thing? Oh no, it's fine.
So now if we want to remove, oh, the icon is not, and the button is different, so let's just change it. Okay. Okay. Okay, we have a delete. When we click it, are you absolutely sure? Okay, so if you click cancel, won't delete it. But if you click continue, it closes it automatically. That shouldn't happen. So probably when you click on this, let's just get the event and prevent it to. So this is gonna be a mouse event handler. Okay. So we are gonna just prevent it if there is a I just see something. So the properties. Or that can be just a normal button because we have also a manual state of open and close of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
But or we can follow their documentation. Let's just see this word dialog and let's just see again. Close after asynchronous form submission. Yeah, just a form and a button. So we can just add our own button, which is gonna be like this, and we can just use it. Okay. So if you click on cancel, you should be able to cancel it. If you click on continue, you should see please wait. Okay, awesome. And we can make please wait as well. Our cancel button, we can make it like disabled if it's loading. So they can edit, they can exit the state. Okay, so let's just remove some of the fields. Okay, it's removed and it's removed from the grid as well. So I believe we're good.
Yup.
The stream is well good. So that's the deleting and the action and stuff like that. So now what we can build is like the super base deleting. So this is gonna
Oh yeah.
be, so if you click on this button, we can show how many are selected, and a button that says would you like to delete that. So let's just see in the toolbar we can see we have to get how many are selected transactions. So let's just see table.get. Is there a function get selected?
No. Yeah, of course or
It
something.
is get state, get selected row model. Let's just see what this gives us. Oh, that's gonna gives us. Let's just console it log because I'm not sure. It gives us rows by ID. What this means? No. Rows original, and there is the ID of the transaction. Awesome. So this is the row. So let's just use the rows and then mapped it to row original to get the transaction. So that's going to be an array of transactions. Instead of t data, this can be a transaction because it's related to transactions. So we don't need this one, and we don't need the t data. So we can just pass it here. Okay. So let's just see. Let's just make this type better. Okay. So val, we can show it like on the left of the type.
What, the number of rows selected?
So if there are
Mm.
selected transactions, we can just show this button with icon, which is gonna be delete icon, let's say, or trash icon.
I think that's the same as the one in the other one.
Yeah, we use this one in the tile. Let's just see to make it like the same. In row actions is trash 2. Okay. And we can type like in the Supabase to show how many are selected. Delete let's just see how they made it. Delete 80 rows. So let's say delete the length of the selected one and then delete, let's say, transactions.
Mm.
Let's just see how it looks like. So if we select them, it's delete 80 transactions.
You know what? I think we might have to put on the right hand side.
Where?
On the right hand side of source.
Why?
Actually, go to the database because
Uh,
he moves the buttons.
yeah. Oh, it
Oh, they do the
changes.
same. Oh yeah,
They
that
remove it
they
for
hide them.
iteration. Yes.
I mean, we can do that as well. We just hide
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. Okay. So if there is any, if there are selected transactions, uh, you just see until here, that's just a fragment. Diff is here. Okay, we should do it twice
Yeah.
because the diff is here, and then we can just copy that, paste it here. We don't need a fragment because it's inside diff. Okay, so let's just see if the selected transactions are equal to 0. Don't show anything else. Yep.
Nice. I mean, oh,
What?
we can keep the buttons on the right.
We can
No, the
no.
one, yeah, there's one.
We can
I mean,
disable it because it's not nothing's gonna. Oh, but if you don't like to, if you click on the edit, if you edit the road one, it's not gonna delete all of them.
huh?
If you click here and you click on
Yeah.
delete, it's gonna delete only the selected one, not the old one. So
Yeah, no, you know the buttons that disappear on top of them?
which one?
The create transaction and view.
Mm-hmm.
When you select them, they disappear as well. When there's no
Yeah.
point.
Oh, there is no point. Okay.
We can keep, yeah, we can keep them there.
Okay, my friend. We can. You are the boss. Like this.
Oh, okay. UI designer, UI designer. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Just to check something, if we get only the manual and then select them. Okay.
Ah,
So let's just remove all of our manual.
oh,
But there is something
your
else.
internet took a poop.
What?
Let me check the stream. Check the stream because you just lagged very bad.
It's not okay. I can lower
It's
the
fine, I
bit.
think.
I can lower the bit frames. I see it on my phone. It's look good now. Maybe probably for a moment.
It's fine, yeah, it's fine, it's
Uh,
fine.
yeah. Yeah.
It's probably just a spike.
So we have to do something else here. We can't edit or delete this if it's Stripe menu, or if it's from Stripe.
Ah,
So
that's right.
do you like to if you like I can commit my changes, so you can disable these buttons if they're always from Stripe,
Okay.
and we can even add a tooltip to show why it's disabled.
Oh, you're testing my abilities.
Yeah, because I'm not sure because they would think like why it's disabled. You have to give you have to give everything like every information to user because
Yeah, yeah,
they didn't build this up. We've built it
that's
and we
true.
know it, but they don't know it.
Yeah.
So you can see how we can show a tool type if it's a Stripe manual and to be like a disabled button. Cool. Okay. So in that way, we have to do something like this. If we select all of this, we have to um, delete only the manual one because
Why don't we just prevent the selection? Like,
you can
if even if it selects it, just we
or
prevent it from
or
selecting.
probably we can remove this checkbox from the stripes one. What do you think?
Wait, let me look at the stream again. Yeah,
But
we can do that.
if you click here, it's gonna select all of them. So no.
Where's the stream? Have I lost it? I found it.
Um,
Um, click on like unselect all of them and then click on the three dots on a Stripe transaction. You can delete it there. We
but
need
you
to disable that button as well.
yeah, yeah. That's what I told you to disable these two buttons
Oh, okay.
and to add a
I thought
tooltip.
you meant while selected.
But what about here?
Yeah, yeah, you disable the checkbox for anything that's Stripe related.
Wait a second to think more. So if it comes, so select all will.
You know, on the actual Stripe application,
Mm-hmm.
can you delete the transactions there?
Yeah. No. Let's just see. Let's just open the Stripe and go to transactions. Um. Oh, it's I have to log it with the other account. You mean if you want to delete it from here? Ah,
I'm going to get it.
Okay, so let's just see. Come on. Okay. So if I click on transactions, why Stripe is so slow? You can. No, you can't.
You can't. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, it makes sense. Because like tax evasion.
But then there is no point for our users to have a checkbox here because they can do anything with that checkbox.
Yeah, I think we just disabled. Yeah,
It's disabled or okay, let's just see. Disabled. So if the row dot original dot transaction type is different from no, not transaction source. If it's from menu. No.
the quality on the stream
Hmm?
is better than the quality on Google Meets.
Really? It's something from my
Yeah, but
internet.
it's fine. I can still see.
There are 8 viewers and my stream is.
You guys are breaking our internet connections.
Let's just see. Can I fix that?
Eesh,
I
a
can
struggle.
I can try to do something else.
To be honest, it's not that bad on stream. It's not that bad on stream.
Wait a second. I'm gonna change my internet. Will that stop the
Wait,
live?
what are you changing?
My internet connection to my phone.
Will definitely stop the live. Actually, if you do, techni- technical difficulties are part of the game, just like debugging. So it's fine.
But it's dropping. It's dropping. Um. Um.
70% of the frame. Jesus, you're getting DDoS.
Yeah, it's lagging. Oh, I was muted from OBS. So, guys, we believe that our internet is gonna be good, and we will continue. Just to see the wife. Okay, very good. So right now, what we can do is we can disable
Yeah, it's all good.
if it's not. We can disable if it's different from manual. Okay. So let's just see. So this is disabled. They can click it. So if I select it, it's gonna select again this thing. Let's just see how. So how to remove selection from dance stack table for a specific condition. Enable row selection. Oh, cool. So get row can select. Okay, this is the function. So get row can select. So it's gonna give us the transaction. So if the row looked original, wait a second to check the API. Let's just see all the types. Something with select. Enable. So this is our setup for columns. Okay. What if we just can, if the row is different from manual, we can just hide it?
Huh? Hide it?
Yeah.
Isn't it the same as disabling the button then?
No, it's not gonna have a checkbox, so they can select it. Oops. So if it's manual only, then to have a checkbox.
Yeah. Well, I
So if
can't
I,
see. Yeah, yes,
no,
yes, man.
no, it's gonna work again.
Now we just need to fix the
No, it's not gonna
selected
work.
rows. No?
No. Okay, let's just see how we can make it happen. So if I open our table, data table, so let's just see get enable row selection. So we can pass like a property enable row selection or on row selection change. So row selection, no. We have to modify this function. But how? Because it's not in our component. Just think more about that. So we have a checkbox.
Oh, I see what you're doing there. I see you. Cool.
Okay.
But isn't that the same as what we did before?
No, that's gonna work. But the pagination as well is showing all the items. We can do something else. We can still allow to select them, but in the toolbar to delete only the manual one. Filter. So let's say it's gonna be if only the type, the source, transaction source is to be manual. So manual select transactions. Delete. So something like this. You can still select it, but this is not a good UX.
But okay, it wouldn't make a difference now if we implemented the first thing you just did. You know, before you did this, if you go back to the code, we just do in the actual cell.
What?
Are you moving? You know how before this you disabled the button? We can still do it, so it does like it's either grayed out, we just hide it.
But the pagination shows how many items were selected.
But
Yeah.
where does pagination get the item count?
From the global component. Let's just think more. So on row selection change. So let's see. So get row can select. There is a function. Get row. It's not fast. Get row can enable row selection. Let's just make it false, so you can see what will happen. Yeah, you can't select it. Okay, so that's a way. So we can pass to the table enable row selection, which is gonna be a boolean, and then if there is only this boolean, use it. Otherwise, if it's no, use false, use true. So do you know? Do you see the difference here? Because this
One
can be
second.
false or true. So if we pass
Okay.
with or, it's gonna always use true because
Uh-huh.
this is false or true. But if we pass like these two question marks,
With
that's gonna check
question mark,
if
yeah.
it's no, if it's not passed to the component, then only use true. So that
If it's
we
not
need this
part,
one.
okay.
Yeah. So here in the page, we're just gonna say enable row select. So if how can we get that? Is there a way we can get the data table? Yeah, we can get the row. So we can get the row and say check is row is enabled row select. Okay, so we can pass the row if there is a function like this. So this can be like row with the data, and then I'm gonna explain it to you because this is a bit more complicated. Okay, let's just see. That it's gonna work.
That's all that matters.
Just to make it work. Is it wagging in the code? No.
No?
I
No, it's fine.
believe. So here we can make check. Yep. So we can get the row. It's gonna be. We can make if the row original transaction no source is equal to manual. So this is the common data table component. So the option is the row enable selection. The enable row selection option is inside the general component. So the only way you can modify it is to pass a property. But you need every single row. So you need this check to be happening on every single row because one of the row can be manual, the other one can be from Stripe.
Yeah.
So you need to have a function as a prop and pass that row to that function. So in our component, we get the row as a prop and we check if it's manual. So we can return true or false. Do you
And
understand
what
that?
did you call this data? Data table?
Data
You
table
say
is
global?
the global component for table.
Global component. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. No, yeah, I understand it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So here, now in the columns, it should be. Wait a second. Oh, this is a server component. That's not gonna work. Damn.
Is React table config. Only one other column present. Huh?
Okay. So we can make it like this then. That's not gonna work. But let's just do something else. So we can override the functionality that selects all of the items. I'm gonna check it how. So here, let's just return this. So in the columns, we can have a custom function here that will check if everything's selected. Okay. So we have a checkbox for all of the items, right? And there is a function that it's native, get is all page row selected. So here we can get all of the rows. So let's just say table.get row, get all. What was the function? Get row model. And then we can get the rows. So that's all of the rows. So we can filter them. So let's say selectable rows. That's gonna be only the rows that can be selected. So rows, we can filter them. So row dot original dot source. So if the source is only transaction source, if it's only manual, then it's selectable. So then on the checked, we can say only selectable rows if they are selected. Let's just see how we can check that. Yeah. So if every single row, so with every, so we can get the row and check if the row is selected. So do you understand this one?
Yeah, yeah. We
Yeah.
filtered them before. Yeah,
Before show that they are selected. So
yeah,
now we have to change on check, because if you click, it's gonna select all of them. But now
yeah.
here, it should do something else. It should,
You- But maybe the last 30 seconds, nothing was said. Let me see if the stream is still up.
no. What's going on?
That's fine. It was just a spike. It was a spike. It was a spike.
Do you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. It's fine now. It's just like for 30 seconds
Okay.
you blanked out.
So can you hear now?
Yeah.
Okay. So what we do is we get only the selectable rows that can be selected. We check
Mm,
if all of them are selected, and on the
mm-hmm.
onChange function, when you click on the header on that global select, we
Yeah.
select only the items that can be selectable, nothing else. Not all of
Uh-huh.
them,
So
just this
now
one.
in the pagination, is that what it's called? You
Ye-
will only show the correct number.
Yeah, so see
Yeah.
7 from,
There you go. Yeah.
and then we can disable so our user can know what's going on. So we can disable if the row is different from manual, we can just make a disable icon so they can know what's going on. Oops. So now these select things is going to be disabled because it's manual. Even though we can show a toolbar here as well that says this is disabled because it's not manual. Do you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So let's just give this a try. So we are gonna select only three, let's say. So remember them 700, 10, 50.
18. Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm gonna delete
18.
this 4.
Yeah.
Oh, we should
Huh?
make this button work first. Because that's just a button, but nothing happens on this click. So
Do you think we
we're
should put
gonna
a tooltip on top of the button?
and what we say?
Uh, Only manual transactions can be deleted. I have the code for it. I was able to do some
Um,
research.
can we just on the
We'll make it
checkbox
work
or where?
first. Huh?
On the checkbox or on the
Eh?
button?
Uh,
The audio, the quality, everything
uh,
is good because the speed is really fast, but the stream is not working on this
the
if it's a
stream is
mobile.
fine as well.
Are you sure?
Yeah, the
Because
stream is perfect. Yeah, yeah.
hmm?
I've just checked it. I've just checked it. The stream is perfect.
Okay, let's just see the
And
yeah
the Google Meets is perfect as well.
yeah it's newer percent. Okay, I'm gonna keep my phone uh charge.
No percent. I like it.
It's 0, bro.
Zero.
Okay, so let's just make something like this. So let's just see everything's okay. Okay, okay, awesome. So now, uh, where do you like to put a tooltip? I believe on
Checkbox.
these two
Let's try
checkboxes. Yeah.
checkbox.
Can you do
Yeah, it's
that
gonna be
as
better.
well as these buttons? And
Pop-up
I'm gonna.
is done.
Can you do here as well?
Uh, 1 second.
But I have to
I'll just
create my
send you the.
code first.
Okay, okay. I'll do it. Yeah, it's fine. Hopefully I don't break it. I won't break it. What are you talking about?
Don't worry.
There you go.
So
Right.
how we can do this with again a confirmation for sure. Um, so let's just get this. We can use this show dialog and then
Yeah.
as a button.
Why don't we use it? Why don't we
Yeah,
reuse the one we already made?
yeah. Just give me a second. So I'm gonna show you.
Yeah.
So here on the our dialog, use the dialog and the trigger only. So the trigger will be our delete button.
Uh,
So we can put this button and the content is gonna be the delete dialog modal like this. So we're gonna have the on close. I just think more. Um, yeah. So mm, I just think more. Mm,
browser is 11 o'clock for you.
Let's just finish this one. Don't worry.
Yeah, we'll finish this and then we'll decide.
Let me just think more. Okay, so I have an idea. So here we can say delete transactions to be deleted. Set transactions to be deleted. So that's gonna be state from transaction array. So when we click on delete, when we select them and click on delete, that's gonna, so this on click is gonna set transactions to be deleted to all of them. So if you have this thing, we can show the DAO content and we can say transactions, pass it prop on quotes will be set transactions to be deleted to empty array. So okay, so let's just think more. Yep. So here we can change the type to be transactions, and that can be array. So on the delete transactions, we're gonna pass all of them. So we're gonna make the action to be more like bulk delete. Let's just see how we can make bulk delete in Supabase. So it doesn't matter if you pass just 1 or 10, it's still gonna delete them. Bulk delete Supabase.js SDK. Let's see. Yeah, in. So we can use in parameter. Yeah, so that's gonna see a specific IDs in the transactions. So let's just see 1, 2, 3. So, but here we have to do something else. So we have to get only the IDs. So that's gonna happen with map. So we can remap the transaction to return only the IDs. So that's gonna be all of the IDs, and you can pass it here as an array. So that's gonna delete all of the items that has these IDs. And here we can just get the first one and use the project ID so we can revalidate that. So here in the message we can do if it's only one. So let's just do something like this. So if this is only one length, show transaction. If not, so transactions. Just for the user to be good. Error occurs while deleting transactions or transaction. Do you like the message?
Yeah, but it's a message, it's fine.
Okay, so here on delete transactions, we can pass all of them, and here we can do the same message. So if the transactions length are only one, we can show transaction, if not, transactions. Okay. And here in the message, this section cannot be undone. This will permanently delete your Here has to do the same. transaction or transactions. Okay. So now, okay. So here on delete everything's okay. And here in the page, we can remove this. And on the toolbar, we can pass over them. Okay. And then on the row actions, we can just do it like this. Only pass on the one. And also in the toolbar, let's just see. So this dialog will be shown. Okay. And it's gonna be open if there is only more than one selected transaction. And then on open change. So if this is false again, if it's true, it's not gonna do anything because we have a manual trigger. And it's false, it's gonna set the transaction deleted to be an empty array. So did you understand this one?
I mean, yeah, you hold on. You haven't done anything different to what you just said, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just
then
make
yeah.
it like an array. And if it's only
Okay.
one, to make one delete. If it's only if there are a word, to make a bulk. Actually,
Oh,
it's gonna
okay.
always make a bulk because
Yeah, that's what I thought. You make a bulk because it
yeah,
doesn't
but
really
if
matter. You said it
yeah,
doesn't matter if it's one or not. Okay.
we just change the message if it's more than one or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we reuse the same model. So let's just give a try to this one. So if you click on delete 4, that's gonna delete 4 IDs. So remember them.
Uh-huh. Figures, hold on.
It's removed them, but it's not removed the selections.
Okay.
Let's refresh the
18,
browser.
150, and 100.
So let's just check it one more time. So 300, so 18 and 150.
Yeah.
So if I
Yeah,
delete
it
them,
deleted them. It deleted them.
yeah, but selection is
Yeah,
still,
deleted them.
uh,
Now, oh, what the
um, yeah,
can we just add like a deselect at the end of the whole process?
yeah,
Or do you think that's not good coding?
whites keep them.
Can we not just reset it after it's carried it out?
Yeah, there is one. Let's just give a try to this one. So let's just make more. What the? Oh, okay. Um, okay. So now if we select all of them and delete the like this. Yeah, so I'm gonna explain you something. So you know that React have like a memory and every component is like an object.
Yeah, okay.
So they have specific keys that put to every single component. And
Okay.
you know that when you make a map, you have to always pass the key, right? Because
Yeah.
they can't know
So you know what
which,
you're referring to.
yeah. So if
Okay.
it's a single element, they just make a random ID at their end.
Uh-huh.
But if you want to re-render the component,
Mm-hmm.
there is a two-way. If it's gonna be with state, like updating state or something like that, but this is a
Mm-hmm.
server component, so you can pass a
Okay.
key that is changeable. So if the key is, so the key is the length of the transactions. So that
Uh-huh.
means if there are different length in the transactions, that's gonna render the table. And the default behavior of the table is to have nothing selected, nothing edited, or stuff like that, just a pure table. So
So you
once,
putting a key in there is gonna compare the original key length,
mhm,
which will be the
mhm,
original value, to the
mhm,
new value after you've carried out a process.
yeah,
And then
so,
if they're different, it will just re-render the whole table.
correct,
Ah, okay. Yeah.
yeah. But we can do something else because this is length is not a unique something. So
Okay.
we're gonna do something else. We're gonna get, let's say, IDs. So we're gonna get all of the IDs because ID is
Uh-huh.
unique value. So this is gonna
Okay.
be a transaction. So we're gonna get the ID only. So you can't pass an array as a key because it requires
You
string.
come. Okay.
So we can
Okay.
join it, let's say by comma. So
Okay.
that's gonna be 123 slash 456.
Uh-huh.
So every single time when there is a new ID, this is gonna be rendered.
Ah,
Yeah. So let's say if I add a new item, this is gonna be rendered.
okay.
So can I show you something here? So you see the table, which is the main let's just find the main table component. So this one, no, no, the flex, this or the wait, let's just see. So we have a div like this. So this
C10.
is the,
Eh,
the table.
okay.
So watch at this item. So if I add a new item, watch it. It's gonna
Uh-huh.
change it. Did you see
Ah,
how the diff is changed?
yeah.
Yeah, that's because
And
there
that
is a
was
new
the
item.
re-rendering.
Yeah,
Okay. That's
yeah.
cool. That's
So
really cool.
that gives us a really great way we can remove all these checks here because we don't need any additional checks. Um, okay. So I believe we can test like the whole functionality. It should work right now. Like will work. So let's gonna create one new expense. So that expense we're gonna edit it twice. So let's say it's 12. Then it can be okay, date is changed. Then it can become 15, and then we can edit that. Okay, so we can create a new one. We can select all of them and keep only two. So we're gonna delete them. Okay, everything's okay. Well,
Yep. I just sent
so
you a
the only
message
thing that I
just
need
after.
is to make a toolbar here so the user can know what's going on.
Should I put it on the top though? You know the top
Top.
amount where the amount is, the checkbox next to amount. Should I just put it next to that one? No, I mean on top of that, the tooltip.
Here.
Yeah.
We don't need here because it says delete to. And
Oh,
and
where do you think we should do it?
here on the checkbox, like something
Is
like
it
this. Wait
visible?
just a second. It's visible, yeah, but it's just another, not pop
Yeah,
over,
pop
but
over.
no, not tooltip. We need this one.
Yeah, they used pop over.
Pop over
What do you
doesn't
call it?
gonna work.
Element. No,
Oh,
the element they use for the tooltip is pop over. That's why.
tooltip. Where is it say pop over? It's
Tool.
tooltip.
Oh, never mind. Provider. I'm bugging.
Yes. Okay. So when you hover the checkbox, it's just gonna be
Mm-hmm.
the the instead of
The message.
button,
Mm-hmm.
it should be a checkbox, and instead of add to level, it's gonna be only manual transactions can be editable.
Yep.
Yep.
Whew.
Okay, I believe my internet connection is really good. We're gonna use it tomorrow as well,
Yeah.
like from my phone.
You know what? It just shows the technology Apple uses, man. Top tier. Top tier.
Okay.
So, would you say we're done with transactions? Or is there something else we should do?
Yeah, only disabled if you send them
The?
the tooltips.
Ah,
I'm waiting for
I
them.
thought you wanted. I thought you wanted me to commit them.
No, I'm
Ah,
gonna first
okay.
commit my changes so you can get the buttons.
The
So let's
buttons.
just see.
Where did I put
This
this?
okay. Okay, that's the form. The combs are here. Row actions. Toolbar. Dialog content. Okay, so finished with some added, delete and edit functionality for transactions. Okay, you can get it.
Um,
Um, so do you have energy?
I've got plenty of energy, mate.
Okay. So when you commit these disabled things and a
Uh-huh.
branch and I see them, merge them, and we
Uh-huh.
can do a quick 5-10 minute break
Uh-huh.
and continue with invoices.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Because tomorrow we've got a whole day to work as well.
no problem.
Because it's almost 12 for you.
hmm
Okay.
We can go to the 12 or something like that. Um,
Okay.
in that time, I'm gonna look at designs for invoices.
Mm-hmm. No problem. No problem.
So let's say invoice table. Let's see. Okay,
Roll actions.
status, number, date, some.
What's wrong here? Title basically has any type. That's fine. The checkbox found. I'm just getting the imports. It's screaming at me something. Stop screaming. I'm gonna format this code because I can't see shit. There you go. Oh, by the way, you know the sign in button? I think you might have disabled it because it's not on the homepage.
Because you're locked in, that's why it's not. It keeps your session.
No, I'm pretty sure I signed out. Let me sign out again if I haven't already. Export. Someone's users here. Click that. There you go.
If you can open the dashboard, then you are locked in.
I'm gonna go in with your account because otherwise it doesn't load the data, right? Alright.
If you don't have any transaction, it won't show them.
Yeah.
Because let's see in the database, do you have any transactions?
Is
No,
it the
it's
email alex@profittrail.com?
but you don't know the password.
I bet it's gonna let me
Yeah, just
because
make
it
a
could have been.
transaction for yourself.
Let me get the password. I don't remember it.
You can just use your normal account and create transactions. We have now buttons for creating transactions. Oh, got it. You
No,
can't
I'm
make
looking
a stripe.
at. Oh no, but now it should redirect me to. Wait, is that? I need to check whose ID this is. So I'll just use mine. If you want, you go take a break while I set up this.
Okay. You want to make be right back screen?
Make what screen?
Be right back.
Make it, or you can put it on.
Okay.
Yeah.
In
Uh,
7 minutes. Is it okay?
yeah, yeah. Invalid redirect or Stripe connection.
Okay, guys, we're back again just to check on my phone if everything's good. Yep, we're live. Okay, so we just finished the transactions and Val had to make like the two tips for the disabled buttons. So Val, do you have any progress?
I think, shall I just commit it? And then you can, or do you want me to share screen? What do you want me to do? I can do both.
Yeah, you can commit it, but in which branch? Like, don't put it
Uh,
in main because
I'll make a feature branch, like a
yeah.
feature two branch. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, check. Right, just feature two. Um, uh, just published it. Oh, I'm screaming. Full tip. There you go.
Just see. So you have imported the tooltip, and instead of checkbox, you have made it a tooltip. But that will be shown to all the checkboxes, not
Yeah,
only the disabled one.
I can try and make it for the disabled one only, but
Yeah. So you can make this component to be rendered if the 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 transaction is manual. If it's not, then to be inside popover.
okay.
And then the same for buttons, edit and delete for these buttons.
Yeah. Um. Uh. Yeah. I'll just disable them. I was thinking to fully like hide it or slash delete it, or just
No,
disable it.
disable them. But again with tooltip.
Okay.
Okay. So at that time I can start working on the invoices. What do you think?
Yeah. Um.
Okay. So I can see so right now guys in invoices, but how we can get invoices from Stripe. Let's just see. So stripe.get
I was gonna say, should we try
invoices.
first? Um. Allow them to
Two?
import PDFs. So manually import invoices, because that would
Mm-hmm.
take like that would be way quicker than because if we have another like what 10-15 minutes
No, it's not gonna be
integrating the
quicker
whole.
than Stripe. We
You
have
think
the
so? Okay.
Stripe integration, so we just have to add the getting of the invoices.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay then.
So
Oh, stress. I can't lie.
are they connected with the charge? Let's see. So we have charge. we have a customer. Let's see. I want to get all of my safe Stripe charges invoices. At how Stripe invoices are connected to charges. So let's see if the charge has, where is the charge? So is the charge have an invoice ID? Receipt URL. Is that the invoice? Probably not. How they're connected. So how we can connect the do we need to connect the invoice to the transaction?
Do we need to connect the invoice to the transaction? No. Well, if it's from Stripe, we can.
But how then we can show the we should make it connected
Um,
for sure.
yeah.
Let's see, because in the charger there is no invoice. Oh, there's a metadata. Hmm. So let's see in our types. So in Stripe Connect, so get charges. So here, let's see. Charge dot invoice. Nope, they are not connected.
Uh,
So they are not connected. Wow, in Stripe. So we can't know which invoice is related to which payment.
oh, they're not connected.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, oh, then. Two, yes, okay, so that's done. Mm,
Really interesting.
yeah, amount.
Did you make the checkboxes?
Yeah, so checkboxes are done. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do the buttons. I think I'll have to do it is it in
You
raw
have to do
actions?
it the
Where did you
same
put it?
way, but
Yeah, yeah,
instead of
I'm just trying to
render the
find it.
checkbox. Okay.
Oh, I found it. Uh,
I have an idea for these invoices.
what do you
We
think?
can just download them and put in our database for now, but you can't uh, match the transaction to the invoice because they're not connected.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, we can do that.
Mm, but how this is gonna work in like, why then do you need transactions?
But does Stripe have a transaction ID? It does, right?
But not in invoice.
But so nah, there has to be something that connects them. Wait, let me see your screen. Where is the stream? I found it. No, I see. I was looking for the Google Meet stream. Um, what was invoice? Default source. What's that ID? Is that you see the top one?
Yeah,
Yeah, that.
we have an ID, but there is no way to connect to the charge.
And can you go to the transaction one? Like, isn't there no common data that's somewhat unique? Amount refunded balance. Bills due. Payment method. No, but that would just be the card.
There's the receipt,
Fin-
but that's not the invoice.
Fingerprint. Check if your invoice has fingerprint. Whatever that is, I don't even know what that could be.
Let's see. Where is balance transaction?
Source. I mean, balance transaction ID. To the correct. Charge payment intent. In the charge object, look for field invoice. Okay,
There's no.
apparently, huh?
There's no. I checked that.
It, okay. Um, what about that balance transaction?
No, that's different. It's like the money you have now in Stripe.
Invoice
There's a
ID.
checkout that has the invoice. So we are looking for what's the difference between a
Had to man.
checkout and charge.
I don't know. What does it say? Use function ID. This was source account. Follow the source to the associated invoice in the charge object. So go. Oh, so you know how your balance transaction gets affected because of a charge? The charge is going to contain an invoice.
What did you say?
So you know how you have transaction ID?
Yes.
That's going to
Charge ID.
have a unique balance transaction. That unique balance transaction will have its unique charge. It'll be in charges, and the unique charges will have a unique invoice.
Wait,
Apparently,
wait.
let's see if it's that's like four values we need to grab and connect.
So the charge has a
No, so
what?
balance
A
no balance
balance transaction.
transactions
Okay.
has a charge,
Mm-hmm.
a unique charge.
So balance transaction what?
Where is charge? Exchange rate created.
There is a balance charge, but what's that gonna help you?
That should have a charge.
No, charge has a balance transaction.
Okay, the
See?
charge has a balance transaction.
Okay.
And charge should also have an invoice.
No.
Control F it?
I checked it.
Balance charge ID. This returns source field, which could be a charge or payment intent.
Payment
Uh,
intent is how you would like to pay.
Payment method is a card. Receipt URL?
And that's the receipt, not the invoice.
But wouldn't that be connected to an invoice? Let me
We
open
can,
this. Okay.
we can check that.
Okay, let me see. Where is source here? If it's a charge, retrieve the charge. If it's a payment intent, retrieve the payment intent. Okay, there's payment intent. Oh, okay. So he's saying that the balance transaction could have either a source or payment intent. And each of these should have different ID. Where? Okay, I want to see a payment intent one because there's a source one, but I can't see a payment intent one. Mm. Oh, it's right here. Payment intent object. Client secret. Slash no. That balance.
Okay, would you like to research that tomorrow on a clear brain, clear mind?
Yeah, because I feel like we're gonna have to map it in a crazy way.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Uh,
If there is just a way
yeah,
how
there
to
has to be a
get
way.
charge for an invoice inside.
There is a fingerprint on payment.
But
Does balance transaction? Now what happened? What did you see? Amount available on created currency was see invoices. What does invoices have? The invoice object. Does that source? No, it doesn't. Does it have Um, so a chart. I just realized this would be a very entertaining stream to watch. Being in silence, trying to find some
Yeah, the
transaction ID
begging.
somewhere. This is the good stuff about building a SaaS, guys. Whoever's watching. Oh, let's have source. What else has a source? Does this have a source? Source transfer, no. Do you have a source? Source, no. Client secret, no. We don't have access to that, right?
To what?
The client secret.
What's the common client secret and
That's what I'm trying to figure out. If we could, because a balanced transaction, oh, yeah, only returns transaction. Yeah, okay.
okay, let's just finish these checkboxes and
Oh yeah,
you can get some
forgot we were
sleep
supposed to
today
do that.
so you can think like clear tomorrow.
Edited transaction. Uh,
Did you make the toolbar?
checkboxes are done doing the buttons now. Just trying to
Okay.
figure out how not to break everything.
Would you like to
Uh-huh.
share your screen so I can help you?
Okay. Mm, okay. Let me just check if this is gonna work. Where is my? Uh,
Did you share your screen?
yeah. Cool. So this one, I'm not gonna delete actually. Can you see first before I start doing this?
Glad to see. Yeah, I
Can you
can
see
see
the
your
screen?
screen. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, because I was looking at it. Right. Um. So here is the same. You can select the
Mm-hmm.
two. When you go on there, you can't.
Mm-hmm. This
Here,
transaction is, but can I read again the message?
oh,
The
okay.
message.
Oh,
This
it should be
transaction.
can't be deleted. 1 second, boss.
Oh, you type this transaction is manual. That's not true.
Oh, it's the opposite. It's trap transaction, not manual. My bad. It's um right.
But wait a second. Okay.
Oh, I
You
can't use
have
that one.
to you have to escape it.
Huh?
Escape it. Because that's a symbol. So you have to put it in
Like
a
this?
no. You have
Oh,
to put it in a brackets, React brackets.
these ones.
Yeah. Or the
And
whole
then if I
message.
do this will work.
No, the whole message.
Oh, so I didn't even know that.
And you have to put it in like a quote,
Like
a
this?
double quotes, yes, double quotes inside the app, inside the
Oh, the
brackets.
brackets. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
nice. Okay, this transaction is from Stripe and can't be deleted.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely. Okay, present to wish. Here, they should work. Here, they don't work. I'm just gonna add the hook over to it. Tooltip. Um,
You
right,
don't need a
cool.
variable for the checkbox. You can just pass the component on the
Ah,
previous step. You don't need a variable. You can just pass the component checkbox.
uh, what here?
Yeah.
Okay, let's fix this and then we'll fix the other code because I don't really know what you're saying. I'm so cooked. Um, edit transactions. This manual only. Okay, so this is what I was trying to do, but it's not working.
Okay. Do you want to make it tomorrow? Because both of us
Um,
are just so cooked
oh
with the
yeah,
whole day
it is
streaming,
4:30.
and you have been working. like your 9 to 5. So, and there are 3 hours of streaming, and in the morning
And what, 5? It's
almost
still with like
3.
6 hours or
Yeah, it's
seven
above 6.
streaming. Yeah, we can leave for
So,
tomorrow. I don't wanna
mhm.
tor- uh torture you.
Ah,
Um,
it's not a problem. So tomorrow, um, 9 Bulgaria, so 7 UK or
yeah,
7:30.
that
What do you
works.
want?
Oh, honestly, whatever is fine with you. Both are fine for me.
Okay, 7 is okay for me.
Okay,
Okay.
we can
Okay,
do that.
guys, so see you tomorrow at 7 a.m. UK time. So we're gonna continue our journey.